Imagine if a single wrong turn could spark a war that kills over 17 million people and reshapes the world. Or a letter, misread by a loving mom, setting a young boy on a path to become one of the greatest minds in history. These aren't just hypotheticals, they're real stories that show the wild power of the butterfly effect. It refers to the idea that tiny changes in initial conditions can lead to significant, unpredictable outcomes in life over time. This is the butterfly effect, and what I'm about to show you might change how you see every small choice in your life. Let's kick things off with where this crazy idea came from. Back in the 1960s, a meteorologist named Edward Lorenz was messing with weather prediction models at MIT. One day, he reran a simulation but rounded off a number slightly, like from 0.506127 to 0.506. He stepped out for a coffee, probably thinking it was no big deal. But when he got back, the results were completely different. A tiny change, barely noticeable, had flipped the entire weather model in a completely different direction. That's when he realized something terrifying. Small inputs can create massive changes. This led Lorenz to coin the term butterfly effect, suggesting that something as small as a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil could, through a chain of events, cause a tornado in Texas. It's a poetic way to say, in a complex world, small stuff can lead to massive chaos or opportunity. The butterfly effect isn't just about weather, it's about life, history, and even the little choices we make every day. Let's look at two jaw-dropping examples that show just how wild this concept can get. First up, let's travel back to June 28, 1914 in Sarajevo. Franz Ferdinand, the guy who was the future king of Austria, he's cruising through Sarajevo with his wife. Earlier that morning, an assassination attempt had already failed. A bomb was thrown, but it missed, hitting the car behind them. Later, determined to visit the people injured in that attack, Franz Ferdinand's driver made a wrong turn, and that one wrong turn changed the course of history. The car ended up right in front of a small deli where Gavrilo Princip, one of the failed assassins from earlier, just happened to be buying a sandwich. He wasn't looking for the Ferdinand, he wasn't waiting in ambush, he was literally just there, by accident. But when he saw his target right in front of him, he didn't hesitate. He pulled out his gun and shot both, Franz Ferdinand and Sophie, dead. That single wrong turn, that sandwich, that random encounter set off a domino effect. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, alliances kicked in, and boom, World War I erupted, killing over 17 million people and redrawing the map of the world, because of a wrong turn and a sandwich. Now let's talk about a kid, a quiet, curious little boy with wild hair. One day, his teacher sent a letter home for his mom to read. The boy couldn't read yet, so he gave it to her and asked, "Mama, what does it say?" His mother took the paper and tears formed in her eyes. She hugged him close and told him that it said he was so smart his teachers couldn't keep up with him, and he was destined to change the world. The boy's eyes lit up. For the first time, he felt special, inspired. She started homeschooling him, feeding his curiosity with books and encouragement. And, as the years went by, that boy became Albert Einstein, the mind who gave us relativity, who bent the world's understanding of space and time, and whose ideas touch everything from smartphones to GPS to the electricity that lights our rooms. But here's the twist. Years later, after his mom passed away, Einstein supposedly found that letter and read it himself, and found out the truth. The letter really said he was mentally slow and wouldn't ever amount to anything. His mother hadn't read the letter, she rewrote his fate with her words. Now, pause for a second. What if his mother had told him the truth? What if she'd broken down, said, "I'm sorry, son. Your teachers think you'll never learn, and maybe they're right." Would Einstein have curled inward, full of doubt, believing he was broken? Would he have stopped asking those world-changing questions, never become a scientist, never given us the theory of relativity? And then imagine, if there was no Einstein, no E=mc², no contributions to quantum mechanics, no shifting the very way we understand the universe. Would we have the same technology, the same leaps in science, the same inspiration? A single, small act, a mother's loving lie, set off a chain reaction that changed not just one life, but all of ours. That's the butterfly effect. The tiniest flap of a wing, a few loving words, and the world is never the same. Have you ever had a moment like this? A small choice or event that snowballed into something huge? Maybe a random chat that led to a job, or a tiny mistake that changed your path? Drop your stories in the comments, I'm dying to hear them. These stories hit hard because they remind us that every little thing we do, every word, every choice, can send ripples we can't even imagine. It's kind of humbling, isn't it? To think that a smile you give a stranger at the grocery store, or a quick text you send, could set off a chain of events that changes someone's life. It's like we're all butterflies, flapping our wings without knowing where the tornado might land. But here's the scariest part. It works the other way too. Sometimes it's your small action that unknowingly ruins something down the line. A moment of anger, a broken promise, a careless comment, it ripples. You might forget it, but someone else carries that pain for years. If every small thing matters this much, does that mean we're always walking on a knife's edge? It's scary, but also beautiful. The butterfly effect also shows us we can't control everything. Get this, weather forecasts are only about 80% accurate for the next day, and they get way less reliable the further out you go. Why? Because of the butterfly effect, there are just too many tiny variables, like that butterfly's wings, messing with the system. It's a reminder that life is messy, unpredictable, and sometimes that's where the magic happens. And maybe the universe is more connected than we think. Next time you're deciding whether to say hi to someone, send that email, or even take a different route home, think about the butterfly effect. That tiny moment could be the start of something massive. Maybe not a world war, but who knows, maybe a world-changing idea. If you loved this dive into the butterfly effect, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share your own stories in the comments.